live interact with our eyewitness Sasquatch. Looks like I have something on my face. Just eating dinner. A little late for the show, but I'm here. Just came back from an expedition, 7 days. Man, it was a grind. We went to the top of Radium, so it was really tough, and just one of those expeditions where it was just a learning experience. Um, I hear this that people say, I get people see Bigfoot every expedition with Todd, and all this crazy, success happens, and it does a lot, but not all the time. So this expedition, there was a good lot of learning. Hello, Andy. Yes, we are the Boom. The Sasquatch are the Boom. We go past Boom Lake every time I go to my research area, and I'll have some really cool new videos that are going to show some very interesting stuff. Just always learning and growing, and you guys matter a lot. I get some awesome, amazing questions, um, and love doing the show, love doing the research, love being out in the field. Man, there was a lot of bears. Whew, there was a lot of bears out in the wilderness this past week. So, yeah, it was good. The ecology is looking good, getting lots of rain, and there's a question here that's of interest I'm seeing already. So it's from Brown Baller 562. Ever seen Bigfoot in heat? Okay, he means obviously you mean like a dog's in heat. Well, Sasquatch don't go into heat any more than human beings go into heat. They have the same cycles. Female Sasquatch have the same cycles, and so just if you think your girlfriend goes into heat monthly, then it's the same. So gorillas, orangutans, chimpanzees, and Sasquatch all have the same female cycles. I was actually thinking maybe he meant heat like temperature because it was really hot, and I'm noticing that when it's really hot, I was going through my notes and having a look. I don't seem to get any daytime um, sightings for sure when it gets really hot outside and it hasn't been raining much. So probably my greatest success is when it's been raining or snowing for a significant amount of time, and then it stops and the snow melts and the sun comes out, or the rain stops after it's been raining for a long time, and then the Sasquatch seem to become very active after that. And my thinking is that like gorillas and chimpanzees, orangutans, all that have hair, the the water goes right through to the skin, and it just doesn't feel good. It's not enjoyable. Gorillas bed down in the rain and barely move, so they don't like it. And it seems that the Sasquatch have that similarity. And gosh, I don't like it either. Like walking, especially walking through dense bush. every time you bump up against a tree, it just soaks you, just constantly getting wet, and it's cool. And I assume they just don't enjoy that feeling. So it seems to be the case, anyways. So, and then there's the opposite. If it's really really hot, they're cold weather primates just don't seem to get much for activity when it's really hot. Hello, Michael from Quebec. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you for tuning in today. Raven says, have been seeing crazy tree breaks all around Vancouver City. Really? Even along very busy streets. What? Yeah, it's strange. Shocking to me because, like, I'll go back to there, Claudia Ackley, especially. I did a significant amount of research and I was there, and she has a video of Sasquatch I believe is authentic, and the Sasquatch was like right there's like a small not even a wildlife corridor, just a small treed in corridor that she got this footage in close to Los Angeles. And what the hell were the Sasquatch doing there? So, and I'm aware of multiple situations where Sasquatch have been cited by several people, and it just gets covered up, So, and the official report is something ridiculous. So that's obviously happening. I mean, there's just literally the species exists. If you know or believe the species exists, you must also assume that our governments in Canada and the United States absolutely know the species is real. They know it, so they're covering it up. and that's just a simple fact. So it's obviously that way with aliens and whatnot. But I know there's been some government released footage of stuff. But yeah. So hello, Robert, checking in from California Sierras. Hello, California Sierras. Hey, Todd, Springfield, Illinois, in the house. Hi, Dylan. Some very unexplainable. Hello, Raven. Oh, you're talking about the tree breaks. Are you sure that, like, what I look for in a tree break is beyond human power and a clean break? So I wonder if I've ever. I don't know if I'm sure I talk about it a little bit, but there's kind of a style that I look for, and so I mean, there's always a chance. Somebody watched my documentary or has been watching my stuff and is making fake tree breaks, right? So and no saw marks. That's the other way you could make a tree break. If somebody sawed a tree just down to the nub and then, you know, pushed it over or sawed it over, right? So sending greetings via chat and Mindspeak. Thank you, Smiley Deadbright. Mindspeak is important, ladies and gentlemen. I am I'm aware and I'm in the know that that is what this discovery is really about. It's about taking Mindspeak, interspecies Mindspeak, animal communication, even telepathy between our own people. It's taking that to another level. That's what this is all about. Truly, that's why you can't sneak up on a Sasquatch. Their telepathy is right off the chart. Telepathy's real. I say this all the time. I'm going to say it again. If you think telepathy's not real, you're living in the 80s. It's over. We've accepted it. It's real. It exists. Mindspeak is real. People that are empathetic or empaths is absolutely legit. And it's time to open up that. So, hello, Tony. Thank you for tuning in for your first time. Hey, Nia. Hey, Brian. And you call yourselves maintain ents worker. I think I can't add people as anymore as mediators because I probably somebody told me I'm probably at my maximum. That's likely true. Otherwise, a whole bunch of you guys I would add as mediators. Thank you so much for tuning in, Brian. You must have saw the tracks that Larry sent. Man, see, so I was in Nia Bay. It's Larry and Analia that have introduced me and got me to go out there. And of course, now I'm cooperating with other people from Nia Bay, especially Brian, just a wonderful native man who's just what's cool about Brian is he's so at home. He's a native man who lives on his reserve in Nia Bay, the Macaw people, and he's so authentically indigenous. You know, he embraces it. He loves it. His mind is open. It's the indigenous. A lot of indigenous tribes have really lost their connection to the wilderness. He wants it back. And that's amazing. So, and he's got gifts. He's got really special gifts. A lot of native people do because they're really. I don't know because I'm not from here. Like I am fourth generation or fifth generation Canadian. It's been a lot. Like I've been in Canada a long time, but my people haven't been here for 20,000 years like the natives have, and that must be special. You've literally evolved out here with the land, and you're connected to it in a special way, and uh, that's powerful. I'm not envious. I would like I encourage native people to embrace their culture and embrace their gifts because that's amazing. I embrace my culture. I embrace Shakespeare. I'm an Anglo-Saxon from English from England, and I have French heritage, and I embrace that. So you guys should do the same wholeheartedly, and I see that Brian's doing that, and that's amazing. So and plus Brian was the kind of guy that he just didn't waste any time, man. He just came out there and he just showed us everything. He just let it all out. He got really personal because this discovery process is personal. The science is amazing, but if you're not going to get personal about it, if it's not going to be a deep spiritual journey for you, if you can't do that, then you should really get mentorship from somebody else because that's the way Diane Fossey did it. That's the way uh, the great, amazing Jane Goodall did it, and it's the root of what I do and all my people are involved in. Oh, the only person that, well, Jeff Meldrum's not. He doesn't show, not with me. He doesn't show spirituality. Perhaps he does, but he doesn't open up that way with me. Jeff Meldrum and I are really, we've agreed to, and we're very different spectrums of this discovery, and we've agreed to just keep it really professional for the betterment of the discovery. He's got lots of friends. I have lots of friends. He's got an amazing family. So do I. And we just, it's important for us to be professional with one another and to, you know, push each other and be hard on each other, especially him with me, because he's got the PhD, and I'm the one that's producing these incredible videos and showing people Sasquatch. I'm the field guy, so this relationship we have is, it's very important that it stays as it is. But with John Bernagel, it was very personal with me. He was a wonderful father figure in my life, and it could not be personal. He's such a special gentleman. He's such a wonderful mentor to me, and he was purely science. He didn't like the spiritual angle of it at all. It bothered him when I pushed into it, because that's not good science, and that's something that, as much as I was connected to him and I just treasured the man, loved him, and but that's one part where we were in a disagreement. And if I'd have had more time with him, I promise you I'd have convinced him. I would have convinced him otherwise. The way I convinced him about the authenticity of my videos, the way I convinced him about the authenticity of tree breaks, tree structures, all the stuff that I was showing him, that after over 40 years of research he'd never accepted or seen before, and he was accepting of it all. In time, he would have accepted and embraced the spiritual angle of this, especially because the great, amazing, what would have turned him was Jane Goodall, man. She is, I just can't say enough amazing things about her. What a wonderful, amazing lady. Dublin, Ireland's in the house. Hello, Samurai Cop. Hey, Todd, from Randy in Las Vegas. Where Bigfoot free? You're Bigfoot free? I think you are Bigfoot free in Las Vegas, probably. But I wouldn't put anything past this incredible species. They could survive in so many places. Amazing. Hi, Todd. Great to see you. How'd the expedition go? So I talked about that. The expedition just, I don't know. It was a great learning lesson, great people. And, you know, but didn't produce anything. There just was no live. I would say I didn't have enough evidence to substantiate a live interaction, and they certainly did not have a sighting. Are the Sierra Bigfoots? Are the Sierra Bigfoot sounds real? The gibberish talk. So I don't know. For the first time, I'm going to talk about the gibberish talk, because up until recently, I've never met anybody who I knew and trusted that had heard that kind of gibberish talk. That's changed. I haven't heard it, but a man I trust, who is becoming very close to me and has put significant hours of research into this subject, has and had a sighting. That'll be a video that's coming up on a Sasquatch Sunday. But I feel, my heart tells me, and from my all my experience and all my heart has to tell me, I feel very strongly that the Sierra sounds are legitimate. Will Carr says, do you think there are more sightings due to the exposure and awareness, or is it population growth? Are there more sightings now? I wouldn't be able to tell you that. It's like, yeah, I don't know who's, uh, I don't know how to answer that. So I wouldn't attribute it to much of anything. If there are more sightings or more or less, that stuff is, it's interesting, and I could see how it'd be an important piece of knowledge. I'm just not doing those. I'm not doing that research. Um, yeah. Show me Sasquatch says, so not here. Sasquatch would be shaving. I think it's, yeah, he's talking about the heat. I go into the heat in August. Temperatures are triple the digits. This is Totem Sam. I go into the heat in August. I went out on expedition in Alabama in the southern United States in August, and the Talladega Forest was crazy hot. So I really love that. Hello, James. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Royal Creations. Thank you for tuning in. Please explain why Jane looks like human compared to Jake. She looks more like a different race of human. Yeah, Jane looks. If I saw this when they did some work on the Patterson footage and they removed all her facial hair, she looked so much more like Jane, and she's older than Jane was at the time. So Jane is looking different in the face now. She does look wider in the face and the jaw. She was just a young female. and Jake was a very quite a matured male at the time. So what you're seeing the difference is, I mean, the nose is the same, the cheekbones are the same, the eye spacing is the same. So and the eye spacing, guys, I don't know how to say this, but Thinker Thunker is so full of crap. Like his work is just so jaded. He is just he does comparisons of mine, and he fades my face into the Sasquatch, and you can see he says, look how they match, and you can see how my nose is down, at least a quarter inch below that, which is impossible. And then you can see like the eye centers do not match. They come out differently. It doesn't match. And I don't want to get upset about it, but and then some people did legit work where they see that can literally put, so any human being, you can take the eye and Photoshop the eye, and it fits right in the middle, and you can have 3 eyes across. Jake can have 4 eyes. So you can put 2 of his eyes in the middle. So he's way out of shape and proportion. And Thicker Thunker he's an idiot. His work is crap. It's garbage. I have no respect for the man. And plus, he steals my stuff. He didn't ask for it. And it'd be nice if people didn't just steal things if they asked. People ask, and I give it to them. And I'd be happy to talk to them about it too, so they can get some point of reference. Because Thicker Thunker has ended up, at the end of the day, if I went head to head with him and showed him the reality of all the crap that he's talked, he's lost all credibility. He shouldn't even be talking. He should just shut his mouth. And I have no respect for the guy. So he's literally, my work is authentic. It's legitimate. I risked my life for it. Ask the people I just took out last weekend how many bears we came across, how dangerous it is out there. Never mind all the mountain lions that we didn't see. Never mind how hard it was hiking up that freaking mountain in Radium, like on cliffs, man. I literally have to watch my expeditioners and take a deep breath as they come across cliffs where if they slip, they're going to die. And I really care about these people, and it's really hard for me to do that, especially after they've been hiking for like 5 hours and their legs are burning, and I'm asking them to slide across these cliffs, and it's tough. People, it's hard. It's really hard. And we go through all this, and you get some dumbass sitting on a chair like an armchair quarterback, spouting these lies, and it can be a little frustrating, but it is what it is. So, big up from London. Hello, London. I love the work, both on Sasquatch and Dogman. Awesome. So this is Citizen Scientist. Why do you think they come so close into cities? They do. They have. I've seen a few accountings of it, but why? Because each one has their own personality. People are different. Gorillas are different. I'll tell you, I was at the Calgary Zoo behind the scenes, and a female gorilla was like touching my hand and rubbing me. Like, it was behind the scenes where there's bars, and she could put her arm through the bars. So she's touching me and rubbing my hand, just being a sweetheart. She put her finger on my face, right? And then she kind of wanders off, and the next female gorilla comes up, and the primatologist comes up behind me and rips me in the shoulders and throws me off against the wall. Don't let her touch you. And I go, what are you freaking out about? And she goes, because that gorilla will tear your arm off and beat you to death with it. And I didn't notice until after she pulled me away, when I took a step back and I looked at that gorilla. She came up to the cage and the bars, and she just looked normal. And then when she hit the bars, she hit them. Went, ah. It wasn't until that moment I was like, oh my God, she would have killed me. Yep, because gorillas, like orangutans, like dogs, like human beings, all have completely different personalities. They're nice and peaceful, wonderful human beings, and there are people that are complete narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopaths, right? So it's people ask me what are Bigfoot like? What are people like? So one definitive difference, obviously, is they're masters of the wilderness and connected to wilderness, and they know nature backwards and forwards. They're very empathic. They're very telepathic. They're superheroes and amazing. But as far as personality goes, it's going to be right off the chart. It's going to be, white and black, good and evil, no different than our species. So than any species. I've seen bears that were just murderers and loved killing anything. So, hello, Howard. So next, Les, do you review current videos to see? I do. I was doing that a little bit. It was on my YouTube channel. You can see over the last few months I was doing that. Just now I'm too busy finishing the documentary and doing my expeditions. So We're talking boom, everybody. Hello. The Sasquatch are the boom, in case you don't know. Alpha males mostly seen. Um, isn't that right? Or maybe, oh no, I wouldn't think it would be alpha males. I think this is Show Me Sasquatch. I think it's more the young males that are causing trouble and being brats. I think as they get older and they mature, that's less so. Uh, that's certainly the way it is in my research area. It's the young males, the young ones that are coming around more. So gosh, I see the big dominant male very rarely. I know he's around, so everybody's saying hi to each other. That's cool. Thanks for meeting again, Andy. I really appreciate it. Hey Todd, how come you don't work with Expedition Bigfoot? That's a long story. So pretty much, you guys can understand. Like almost all the shows call me and talk to me, and then I have a discussion with them, and it goes from there. And if I'm not on the show, obviously I didn't agree with what they're doing, that sort of stuff, right? But I don't have anything to do with Expedition Bigfoot. Where do you think they got the idea though from? I was actually working. I'll tell you this. Cream Productions and I were working with Travel and Escape, who eventually did the Expedition Bigfoot, and our plan was to do Bigfoot expeditions like I do with 4 people. And then a few years later, they came up with a show called Expedition Bigfoot with 4 people. How do you think that came about? So, but whatever, it is what it is. Um, real research, real research than fakers for TV. I wonder who Showed Me Sasquatch is talking about. It seems to happen a lot though. TV executives will fluff things up and try to make it more entertaining, and they just want to get numbers. They don't give a shit about the research, or they just want it to be entertaining so people watch. And yeah, that's it. Sasquatch Odyssey podcast. Hello, what's up, Todd? You and Logan find anything interesting? So is this Brian? So hello, Sasquatch. The Sasquatch Odyssey podcast is a fantastic podcast. I believe Logan is on your show, and I probably have 10 other people that would be awesome subjects for you. But yeah, there's lots of interesting stuff. But like I said, no substantiated live interactions, and definitely no sightings. So hello from the Navajo Nations. Wow. So I could tell you guys a story. It's pretty cool. So I had uh, a Navajo Nation uh, tribe send out a their top tracker, because for some reason they wanted to. There was something Bigfoot going on in their area, and they wanted to. And the tracker wasn't sure if Bigfoot was real or not, which is pretty sad because they should know. They used to know. I promise you that. So they sent out this tracker, and I took him out into the Banff National Park area where I happened to do. There was some good stuff going on with the Sasquatch based on a biologist that's working there, who was working with me at the time, consulting with me. And I took him out there. About 3 days in, we found some impressive tracks, and he took pictures of them, and he had a good hard look at them. We were in the middle of nowhere, like we were backcountry. It was a hard 3 days to get in there, and I was going to do at least 2 more days out in the bush with him, and then get home quicker. And he just said, after he saw the tracks, he just said, "Home, please." I remember going. He wasn't much of a talker. And I go, "What do you mean home? Like, what's going on?" He goes, "Sasquatch is real. These are their tracks. You didn't make these tracks. This is a track from a very, very heavy, large animal." And he said, "And what do you really know about them? Really, really? Like, you're this Bigfoot expert, as people say, not me, but as people say. And what do you know about them? What do you know about, their habitats? If this guy's angry, what do you know about this individual, and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, really, truthfully, very, very little. He said, "That's why I need to go home, because this giant being is real, and I don't know if I trust your skills. And the whole point of me coming out here was to find out if they're real or not. And you didn't fake those tracks." A tracker looked at the tracks and he goes, "Those are real tracks." And he just went home and told those Navajo Nation people that Sasquatch is real. And I don't know what happened after that, because they never contacted me after that. But that was even before I was doing expeditions. I was just interested in working with the Navajo tracker, hopefully trying to build a relationship out of it, and nothing came of it. But I was impressed with just the way he saw the track, he acknowledged the track is real, and that's the end of it. No different than a biologist goes out in the forest and sees a bear track and says, there's grizzly bears in the area. He sees a mountain lion track and he checks there are mountain lions in the area, because the track is evidence of a living being. And a good tracker will know what's BS and what's not. So hey Todd from Cleveland, hello Cleveland, love Ohio, Buckeye State. Hey Todd, Jody from Cape Cod, Mass here, love your work. What do you do to keep what you do? Keep up the wonderful work. You do it will pay off in the end, and will pay off in the end when you show them, when you show the world. Thank you, Jody. Is this so did you send me all those amazing shirts and stuff, Jody? I'll probably be able to get to that, but I have an amazing lady who sent me all these fantastic cool stuff from the East Coast, lobster and then little cool lobsters and shirts of all kinds, really nice stuff. I was extremely grateful for it, and yeah, the work speaks for itself, right? I agree, and the discovery's coming, and you really can't take me out of it. Like the discovery's gonna happen. It has to. Something's gonna break. I already last year said it's 4 years, so I have 3 years to go to get this discovery done. It's going to get done. It's coming. There are so many amazing people doing such amazing work. The discovery is going to happen. Something's going to break, and give myself a deadline, and I'm working towards that goal. And I think it's going to come a lot faster than even that. So this is not going to go on and on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's not going to just keep on like it has been. I know it feels like it's been forever because it has been. I mean, since even like when 67, when that paradigm shift happened with the Patterson footage, which was so outstanding and such a big deal. Um, that's a long time. That is like we had a 50-year anniversary for the Patterson footage a few years ago. So over 50 years of people like working towards this and devoted to it. But the discovery will happen. It will. So I know it. I don't bust my ass and do all these things and you know uh, so best is random giftings. That's advice from Show Me Sasquatch. Central Michigan Bigfoot and Wildlife. Hello, Todd. Thank you for coming. Hello, he says hello, Todd, and I say thank you for tuning in today. Can't wait for you to show the undeniable truth once and for all. Well, you know what, John? There's been a shift with me too. I'm talking about this in my document. I'll talk to you guys about it. Undeniably, there's 100 million people in the United States that believe this is the survey that believe Bigfoot is real or very probably real. That's 100 million people that are waiting for a good piece of evidence. I'm not going to worry so much about science and governments and all that crap and legal recognition. There's 100 million people in the US, another 100 million people all over the world. There's 200 million people that will acknowledge and accept the evidence that I bring to them. And those are the people that are enlightened enough that want this. That's what I'm going for. And 200 million people is a lot. It's enough. It's as much as I could have ever hoped for. 200 million people are looking and waiting and listening, and those are the people that matter to me. And obviously, you all are well within that part of that. You guys will be so close, right? When that discovery happens, and so that's who I'm. That's who my. I want to say my audience, but those are my people. It's not my audience. Those are the ones that just want this, like I want it. Those are the kindred spirits out there, right? So that's what I'm working for, is those people, and once those people get what they need, and I can start teaching them and start learning learning how to have them interact with Sasquatch in different positive ways, building that curriculum, those 200 million people will go and convince the rest of the world. I just need to train up and work with those people, and we'll find a way. So that's why I have all these colleagues, I have those people I'm training. It becomes exponential, and uh, what we're doing is very special. The way we do it is very special. We're going out there with respect that the Sasquatch are our teachers, they're the wild masters, and our job is to be good students, because when the student is ready, the master will appear. Literally, is the philosophy I use and adhere to now, and that's what I'll teach. Just how to get ready, how to show them to want to interact with you. To it's to with honey, not with vinegar. Attract them with honey and not with vinegar. That's another way of looking at it, but these are my philosophies. This is what I'll teach the 200 million people, and those are the ones that I'm after. So I'm not going to worry about pop culture and all that other crap. Science is, if they want to be conservative, they can be conservative. Have a good day. I don't mind. Um, Andy, don't know what that means, but thank you. Okay. So Michael says, I believe the small piles of just pure dirt that's seen around their habitat is from them being rained on. I think they put mud on to keep the bugs off. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, bugs are a problem. Hello from Southwest Michigan. Hello, Brian. Robert Taylor. Hi, Todd. Texas here. Robert Taylor. Hi, Robert. Yeah, I just took two people up from Texas. That's pretty cool. Spark one up, then streaking gets their attention. Wow. Oh yeah. So what Andy's doing, Andy and people are saying to toad hop, boom, and the boom is what the Sasquatch refer to themselves as. They call themselves boom. And when they stomp their feet in the ground, it goes boom. That's them saying. That's them saying their name. That's how they communicate their name. So, good evening, nameless preacher. Robert James says Bob Batson saying hi to hello from Reno, Nevada. Everybody's saying hi. I love that you guys intercooperate so good. Todd, how do you feel about Bigfoot being called Skinwalker? It explains the no. How do I feel about it? It's like calling a deer a moose. It's like calling a bear a badger. Skinwalking has nothing to do. It's not Sasquatch. Skinwalking is a whole. I know what skinwalking. I've talked to the natives that do skinwalking. So it's not its purpose. It has nothing to do with Sasquatch. I don't know how people got those two connected. So it's like the Wendigo. Wendigo is some guy. It's about like when a guy gets a fever and goes crazy and becomes cannibal. It's not a Sasquatch. Now people attach it to Sasquatch. It's got nothing to do with that. So just wrong place, wrong time. I could go into it more, but it's apples and oranges. It shouldn't be related. Hello, Todd Standing. Hello, Leonard. Thank you for all you do. Um, you're blessed. I at what you are blessed to see you do. Thank you. I am blessed. So blessed. Whew, man, I have such a cool life, and that's why this discovery is going so well. Is I can't go out to the Sasquatch when I'm damaged and I'm messed up because that's not their job. I go out there as an enlightened, amazing human being who's grounded and got all his ducks in a row to go up to another level, not to be leveled, but going up to another level. And that's why this is such a good time because things have all fallen into place brilliantly in my life through, you know, through turmoil and craziness. It's all things have just flown and everything is in place that I need. So I'm clear and my foundation is strong and I'm ready to go to another level that the Sasquatch is going to take me to by teaching me. Mind speak, dream awareness. I don't know what dream awareness is, but it sounds interesting. Please explain why Jane looks so human. I did that already. Hello, Todd, Brian. What? I said hi to you, Brian. Just kind of doubling up here. Skinwalker has to sacrifice a member of immediate family. Whoa. Yeah. And Andy says, please subscribe. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. I am a full-time Sasquatch researcher, and this is my job. If you're very passionate about this and you have abundance and you want to help this discovery move forward, you can make monthly donations to me or donations to me on my website. It's discoveringbigfoot.org is my website. You can make donations there or on Patreon because this is what I do, guys. I talk to people at Sasquatch. I go out and research Sasquatch, make documentaries about Sasquatch, and I am a full-time Sasquatch researcher. Not too many people can say that, and I worked hard to earn that, and that is absolutely who I am. Number two, I'm a dad first and a Sasquatch researcher second. Do you train outdoor university online? No. I have an interest in outdoor university online stuff, but we'll see how it goes. I have a lot of learning to do about that. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget to hit the like button. No, thanks, Central Wildlife, Michigan. I moderate everyone, no limit. Awesome tracks. What tracks? These are behind me. I have some cool stuff I'll start talking about maybe in the next show. I won't be here next week. This is not a track. This is a handprint that Jeff Meldrum has. It's very impressive. I I feel very strongly, and I agree with Jeff Meldrum that this is an authentic Sasquatch handprint. It's how big their hands are. You see that? It's crazy. Impressive. Very, very impressive species. Okay. People talking. Sasquatch have chain of command. Yeah. I've seen evidence of that. Absolutely. Todd, please explain. We had that one. Is this repeating? Have you had any interactions this year? Why? Yes. I've had some amazing interactions. They took apples once this year. They left 12 stones. There's a video up on my website, and I had a sighting. I talk about all that stuff on the videos. I'm doing videos, guys. There'll be lots more videos just talking about what's going on. I'll keep putting them up. I know I've missed like 2 Sundays, I think, but it'll be okay. We got lots coming. So I heard of a guy in North Mackenzie on Finale River who actively mates with female. Ooh, we're not going to go on that topic. So, hello from Cajun country. Hello. Genetically possible. I'm 99% Athabascan. Apologies if I mispronounced that, which I'm sure I did. And 1% native Andean. Somehow I got same. Okay, cool. Ozarks, Native American. Cool. Todd, would it be possible to take advantage of some Noyatech to tag one and follow him where he goes? Is a Nonotech, is that a Sasquatch? I couldn't imagine tagging them. That'd be such a difficult. Oh my god. So, um, oh, somebody says there's no limit on moderators. Well, I don't know why I can't make a darn moderator. Oh, I guess somebody. So if you have a, it just worked. So I guess if you have a face, I don't know why it's working now. Normally I was there. It's working for people. Okay, I guess you can. So if I see somebody I want to, I'll try it again. Let's see what this. Just testing. So you know what it is? If you have a picture emoji, like I'm looking at Sandra from California North Coast. When I click on her little thing, she doesn't have a picture emoji, so I can't do it. But if I click on Bigfoot, now it's not working. I don't know. Some people can do it, some people can't. I don't know what it is. Is it a particular spot I have to do it clicking? Huh. Because I'd really like to make more people moderators. So I can't make Sandy track, but I go down to Davey222. I could make him, I don't know what the hell. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Who knows? Very happy for this platform. So, Unidentified S4. Nice, brother. I'm excited to play Bigfoot in the cartoon. What? Can't wait for the premiere. I don't know what Unidentified's talking about. Emma, there's a lady Sasquatch. Yeah, Emma. Video 4 is Jane. By the way, I'm a woman. By the way, I'm a woman, just in case you're wondering. This is Fuzzy Tiger Cat. Hello. Thank you for telling us that. What's going on here? What do you make of Ron Moorhead's Sasquatch language recording? I don't. I think we're talking about the Sierra sounds. The Sierra sounds, I think they're legit. Bigfoot Anon. So for now, you ever more in Bigfoot community before? I think what Bigfoot Anon's saying is I'm more in the Bigfoot community than before. It's up to them. I don't really. I like cooperating, but I find there's just people are just trying to butt heads with me, and a lot of anger, a lot of hostility, and I'm just not interested in that. I have my own community. You guys are my community. Like I love doing this show. This show is just wonderful. I enjoy it. I enjoy the community of people, all the emails I get. I really enjoy it. So it's amazing. Have you had any interactions since those dorks? Oh yeah, okay. So Chris, you have been, and I guess not since then. Okay, well I'll tell you what. Let's be transparent. I like being transparent. So I got to the top of the mountain with three amazing, incredible men, Logan, Chris, and Keaton, got their asses to the top of the mountain on radium. And it was hard and it was tough and it was scary and they weren't comfortable. You know, they had, some of them were more anxiety prone than others. It's hard up there, guys. It's tough. They weren't relaxed. And here's evidence of that. All of them had the opportunity to stay all by themselves and none of them did. So they weren't comfortable. It wasn't it wasn't a zen thing for them. And they need more zen. So when we were up on the mountain, there were some rock knocking sounds that Sasquatch did, and I know it was a Sasquatch. We heard they were in threes, which was unusual, but I heard clack 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 and three times. So there was a Sasquatch up there, rock clacking at us. But that's all I got up there because the Sasquatch won't come around. People aren't in a Zen state, and I just, you know, I see that, and so we didn't have success up on Radium. And then we got down. Those guys got nice and zen. And I don't know why we didn't have. I heard. I also, Keaton and I heard a like a really cool, deep, guttural, likely Sasquatch sound. And so there was only three of us at that time. One of the expeditions got home, so we had a big like that. And I'm very convinced that was a Sasquatch sound. So two Sasquatch sounds that were given towards us, but nothing beyond that. And I had high hopes after I heard the big because we were at the bottom over by base camp, and I was hoping to attract that Sasquatch back to us. We got no apples taken, so that was not good. And yeah, and maybe I was having trouble because maybe I wasn't as zen as I could be. So I had a breakdown with my truck, and then I had to fix it, and it was just a big fiasco. So it was just a flat tire. You get flat tires out there, but then a lug nut stripped, and then I couldn't get the lug nut off, and tow trucks can't come out there, and it's just this big crap show. So I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses, but you really got to be zen, and you got to be in an amazing space, and um, but to be honest, I think we were. I think we were good enough. I think we deserved an interaction, especially down at base camp, and we just didn't get it. So, and these two guys had some really good interactions, some good evidence. We had a live interaction that was confirmed by tracks and evidence last year. So what's happening is, so we got Texas and we got Red Deer. So guy from Texas, guy from Red Deer, Alberta. They go on an expedition. They hit it off. This happens all the time. And they want to go on expedition again next year together, which happened. So, and then Texas brought another Texan, which was great. And, it just went really well. So I encourage people to go again, even to bring back that good chemistry because they did precipitate results last time. And, but just not this time, and it is what it is. That's part of research. Sometimes you go fishing, not catching. If you don't understand that, think about it. Me to Bigfoot Annan, I've been watching Todd for years. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you for your support. The Vernon 52. Hi Todd. When I answer my calling to go out to an area out in West US to make contact again with a tribe of Sasquatch, do they think I should go alone? Ooh. So you're feeling you're called through remote communication, which is amazing. Congratulations. If you're doing that, that's amazing. So you're saying when I answer my calling to go out to the area, once again, with the tribe, do you think I should go alone? Very dangerous to go alone. I don't know about, and you're going out, where's the area you said? Out west in the US. There could be some dangerous spots, right? Washington State has black bears and mountain lions. It's dangerous. It's not enough information. Got to be safe. Don't you dare go out alone without like some kind of tracking device, some kind of emergency button device, giving tracking points, having some kind of backup. So that being said, I get my best results when I go out alone. So a hunter does. Hunters go out alone. They get their best. You have half the sound, half the scent, twice as likely to get your success when you go out by yourself. A good hunter wouldn't take out three people ever. But With me, it's not about hunting and sneaking, it's about attracting the Sasquatch. So what I do is very opposite. But yeah, it's very special to go out on your own, and you need a high degree of survival capabilities and make sure you really, I don't know, it's because I was going to leave people up on I was going to leave Craig up on the mountain on in radium, but he's well trained, he knows what he's doing, he's got confidence, he knows his way, and I'm his backup. He gets left the radio, and he can communicate with me, and you know, more than that, there's more stuff. There's a lot of safety precautions I take. Your safety is so important. But if you, yeah, I hope that helps. I just don't want to give advice. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. So, but congratulations to you. That's amazing, man. I wish you tremendous success, brother. Like, I hope you get incredible success. I hope you take this to a new level. Right now, I'm sending you positive energy. Like any of you guys who are out there working for this discovery, man, I just wish you guys tremendous, immense, incredible success. I hope I'm asking one of you guys for an autograph because you made the discovery happen. I really do. That's why I'm out here giving this advice, helping. So just be safe, and good luck. I think I saw a Bigfoot playing blackjack. Ooh, no, you didn't. Love you, Todd. Thank you, Salandra, Tisha. I really appreciate the support, guys. Um, Todd's a full-time researcher. There we go. So he's saying what I said a few minutes ago. Thank you, Andy. So did a 40-hour live stream. Cool. What do you make of the Ron Moorhead? We did that. I'm just gonna give it a big spin and get way down here. Man, there's a lot of questions. Lee Fairless. Hello, Todd. Greetings from Kittimer, West Midlands, England. I got to say, the passion and never dying commitment to providing up close and personal interactions with Sasquatch. That's awesome. You're welcome, Lee. It's my pleasure. We're human beings, right? So I'm a human being. I'm doing this for the betterment of mankind, of the planet, of all species. That's how I feel. So there is a brotherhood of mankind. Aren't we all human beings? Aren't we? And I do it on behalf of even my children, and extend it out to your children, to your families, to the people out there, right? So Dan comes up, chimp plus arranged Texas. I don't know what that's saying. Planet Hypto. Sarah Ashley, hello Todd from the Sasquatch country, Tennessee. We have Sasquatch in our back. What? So Sarah Ashley says, hello Todd from Sequatchie country, TN, Tennessee. We have Sasquatch in our backyard. They sing to us. It's beautiful. Please, if you have that kind of information, please communicate with us at bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Again, it's bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Please send us an email. That is amazing. If that kind of success is outstanding, Sarah Ashley, if you could help us move forward with this discovery, that would be so amazing. We would love to hear from you. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on this week. Maybe a Discovering Bigfoot podcast, maybe a couple new people doing shows on my YouTube channel. So I want to expand, I want to grow, and that sounds so beautiful, Sarah Ashley. There's so much congratulations to you. Gather evidence, girl. Help us with this discovery. What are you doing? What's so? Because you know what? If that's really happening, there's something really special about when you say we have Sasquatch in our backyard. There's something really special about that. Sasquatch don't just communicate and do things like that for unclean, non-amazing people. And I've never seen a Sasquatch in Tennessee. Man, I've heard a lot, and my heart tells me they're up there, especially in the Smoky Mountains. So congratulations to you. We'd love to, please find a way. Go to the website, discoveringbigfoot.org. Send us an email. Get us through. Any of you guys, they have all this stuff going on. Man, I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm sure I'm going to miss a lot. I mean, I'm literally whipping through questions here. Do the Bigfoot eat chickens? They would. Any that you know? I don't know. They probably eat grouse. Grouse are just chickens. So, we're your posse, Todd. This is from Rudolph. anyways, it's kind of like the snowman. That's cool. I believe that. I feel that. Hi, Todd. Watch you and your videos. Rick Dudley from Fairfield Beach, Ohio. Love Ohio. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. You got new footage. When you going to drop us a picture? Soon. Soon. There's stuff coming out, guys. Sasquatch hide and seek champion of all time. I couldn't agree with you more. Carlos, I would like to know more about the new documentary. Yeah, it's all gonna come out, guys. I just it's hard because it's such low budget. Like, because I have to produce it, direct it, write it, edit it. It's so much work for me. But I appreciate your patience. I know it's hard. Um, okay, Les says, can you tell me more about the ghillie suit you wore when you got the amazing chance to actually proof? That's awesome. Their existence was there. So I had a in the cutaway shots. It's a ghillie suit. I don't film myself like Survivor Man does. That guy's a beast. Like, he will literally he has to, just so you know, he has to walk over, he has to get up to a spot with a camera, drop the camera there, walk back, and then go over that hard spot. That's how he has to film things. There's no other way. There's no camera guys out there. It's the same thing what I'd have to do, but I don't do that. What I do is when something happens, I'll go back and reenact it. So I'll put a camera up and just do what I did before in the same area. So I was using a ghillie suit that wasn't the ghillie suit I actually used. But I don't use lead line ghillie suits. I don't need to. You have human electromagnetic concealment suits. They're called HECS, HECS. They seem to be as good as lead ever could be. So I don't do that anymore. I don't even use them because I don't want to cover up my empathic. I don't want to cover up my telepathy. It's just completely not what I do right now. And I love Hex. They're a great company. They sponsored me on Wild TV, which was wonderful. So I think the world of them. For hunters, it's amazing. For Sasquatch guys, if you want to hide your signal and try to sneak up on them, that's one way to do it. I don't do that anymore, but I did. And if you do, who am I to say don't do that? I just think it's the hard way. And if you want to go the hard way, that's cool. Outdoor University has done some outstanding live hunts. Oh, there's an actual company. Live hunts with incredible footage and vocals. Charles Mills considers you the master researcher. Who are these guys? So, man, if they want to cooperate, so a company called Outdoor University, I don't know anything about these guys. So get them to send me an email. Hey, Texas T, get some info on these guys, because Outdoor University sounds cool, right? So right up my alley. That's how you get success with Sasquatch, is you do outdoor. You go become an outdoor student, a student of the outdoors, the plants, the animals, the trees, the ecology, the land, the connection to it. It's why Texas boys just went out and didn't have much success, but they had a great expedition, because we do learn, we do study. I do pass on information. It is an outdoor university learning experience. So, and I'm very interested in cooperating with people, 100%. Last couple questions here, guys. Oh, that's Brian. Open our minds and listen. Open our minds and listen closely. I think we all have to clean up the garbage in our lives that we can be able to feel them and hear them when they can. Absolutely, like, absolutely. This is Brian speaking from the heart, like he does, because he's so good at that. And I totally agree with that statement, 100%. He calls himself the mate maint worker ENT. Please hit the thumbs up. Andy's asking, and if you love it, yeah, hit the thumbs up. So one more question. Let me just spin down. I'm going to spin. Right now I'm spinning. Can't see my finger. I'm spinning, getting right down. Love the Outdoor University, fellas. Oh, this is more people talking about Outdoor University, which is cool. I'd like to learn about that. So I want to see more. Wish I could do the same. Cool. Color of Bigfoot, LOL. #1 place in the world for tree fall. Excuse the ignorance, but were the Jakes? I don't know. I survived Atlantis. Okay, I got down to some different kind of interesting questions. Why can't nobody catch these creatures on film? And when they do, it's always a pic. So Troy doesn't know much about my stuff. Maybe you should go watch my movie, Troy. I don't have any blurry pictures. So you all know, actually do. I have dozens and dozens of blurry videos, blurry pictures. I don't produce them. I don't put them out. because I don't do blob squatch. All my stuff is crystal clear. There's no doubt in your mind that, I mean, for me, it's a Sasquatch. You film a Sasquatch, maybe you think I'm whatever. It's all crap though. I just film Sasquatch, and it's not unclear. It's very profound evidence. They're real, and that's it. Get a monk. Todd, have a question for you. Why the hell did you see a family of Jakes in my dream for over 25 years ago? What? Why did why did I see a family of Jakes in my dream for over 25 years? I don't know what to tell you, ghetto monk. I'm really not responsible for your dreams. But thanks for sharing. I've heard them while stationed in Louisiana. Cool. U.S. Army in the middle of the night while on a training exercise. Heard a scream that sounded like a baby mixed with a woman screaming. Well, be careful, Jesse, because because a scream that sounds like a baby mixed with a woman screaming, that sounds like a bobcat or a lynx. They do that when they're in heat. So I'd like to hear more about what you're saying, Jesse. So please send us an email, bigfootencounter@gmail.com, or go to the discoveringbigfoot.org website, and love to hear more about that. But be cautious, because there are animals that make crazy sounds, right? We gotta be sure. So last question, Todd. We need the important details. No time to waste. Facts. I'd like to give you those important details. So somebody says, I don't know which DM on Hunter. They will never befriend you if you're trying to expose them. Never. I'm not trying to expose them though. I'm trying to bridge a gap between our species. Exposing them is kind of a word you could use that's not very responsible, but it's truthful. I'm trying to facilitate the discovery, and maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. Maybe I never will. But I don't feel that way. I feel like what I see is an incredibly brilliant species that is clearly communicating with us. They leave the tray bags, they leave the structures, they jam upside down uh, logs in the ground. They make little rock structures. They're communicating with me. I would ask you, why is that if they don't want to? The word exposed isn't the word I'm looking for, though. If they're not willing to communicate, if they're not willing to interact with me, then why are they interacting with me? What's the purpose of all this amazing interactions I'm getting? And I believe that purpose is we're building trust. And it's just going to take, it's taken a long time. We're paying our dues. And, you know, they want the logging to stop, guys. I see it all the time now. I see it. I see the evidence of it all the time, and nobody's listening to them. I can make them listen. I can, I can, I can give the Sasquatch the freedom to have land. So there are things that they want, and I can give it to them. I just need their help to get there. So, and I believe this is the right way. This is, maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I've decided to go, and I'm already exposing them, aren't I? My footage is real. Just society doesn't accept it for the most part. My footage is real. It's absolutely real, and they're still interacting with me. They're still giving me more evidence. These are facts, absolute facts. So, I think based on what I'm producing, based on the facts, that what you just said is not going to apply with me. Word for word, as you said, they will never befriend you if you're trying to expose them. Never. So I respect what you're saying. Respect you. But I don't see that for me. I don't, that this is who I am. I am about introducing and facilitating this discovery process. That's what I'm interested in doing. I think the world needs it. I think they want it, and my results substantiate that potential hypothesis, and that's where I'm at. So, but good respect to you, man. You know what? I love the people that are out there, even saying you shouldn't discover them. What you're doing is wrong. Because I feel that. There's a bit of me. It's like, man, is this bad? Am I doing the wrong thing? You know, I feel that a good 20% of me says, don't do it. Don't do it. It's going to do more harm than good. Discovery processes are can be horrible and tragic and have disastrous consequences. But 80% of me is like, but we need it. And they're asking for it, and they know better than I do. So that's my show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I had so much fun, as I always do. Um, and there won't be a live show. There may not be a live show next week. So, in fact, I'm pretty sure there won't be. But thank you so much for tuning in. And take care of yourselves. And there'll be Sasquatch Sundays. So lots of stuff, lots of content. Stick to the channel. Pay attention. Stuff's coming. And until then, take good care of yourselves. And thanks for your support.